I haven't seen those words in a very long time. The words that you're live. So, hey everyone, it's me, Noe. Do you remember me? I'm still here. Haven't been on camera in, like for my own stream or my own video purposes in over a year, I feel like, or maybe not quite a year, but no. Okay, this is my video. Go. So anyway, this is all to say that, hey, I've missed you all. I'm still here. I know that this guy, Super Dad, has been trudging along, carrying the channel. It's really his channel anyway. Anyway. But yeah, still here, still giving him the grays. He's giving me the grays, which that's a whole nother thing of, I am staring down the door to the next decade. Tomorrow will be exactly a month away from my birthday. So I'm like, I really want to dye my hair, but I don't know what to dye it because I don't know if I should just go easy to maintain. But then I started seeing, I really like purple. Purple's my favorite color. And so I really wanted to go purple. But then I saw this gray and purple, and I'm kind of digging that. And I figure if I'm going to go like this gray, like lavender, that'll help when the grays grow out, right? So might as well just like do it all with streaks of purple. But anyway, let's see what else is new. Hey, Devin. Sorry, the dog just licked my elbow. So, so I changed jobs. I am still at the university, but I now am on the academic affairs side of things. I'm not teaching, not yet. I would love to be able to teach like an intro, like a seminar kind of class, but not right now. But I'm working for one of the academic units. I'm recruiting and doing advising for prospective students. So this is week 3 of that now. So that's been an exciting change. It was a change that was much needed, long time coming. And so it's been great to kind of get adjusted into that role. We are still moving and grooving and growing the studio. Are you working in person full time? So in my new position now, I am full time, but I am 3 days in the office and 2 days remote telework, work from home, whatever you want to call it. So I am in the office Monday through Wednesday, and then I work from home on Thursdays and Fridays. This position is recruitment. So likely probably not until next fall. I'll be doing most of my recruiting via Zoom. I may be able to make a couple visits to some of the community colleges around here in spring quarter. But largely most of my recruiting will be via Zoom this year. How it looks for next fall, I don't really know. But there is word that the chancellor wants everybody back on campus in person full time. Yeah, there's it's an interesting world to navigate in higher ed, I would say, but in everywhere. Like, as everybody seemed to be gung-ho of like, oh, workers can still be productive while they're working from home. And it's like, well, yeah, like treat us like the professionals that we are, and we'll do our job. Like, trust us, value us, and we'll get our stuff done. So I don't know, things can change from day to day. Just like yesterday or 2 days ago was like almost 50, and today there were snowflakes. So, but Saturday's supposed to be like 52 again. Ow.
Such a weirdo, isn't she?
I know, weirdo. So anyway, let's see, before I thought companies were going to adjust to remote life, but now it seems like companies are pressuring. Yeah, for sure. Like I don't quite understand it. I mean, I'm not in leadership. I'm not in the roles that make the rules, but like, I mean, we were productive. Like, we are productive. And so I don't know why the big push to make everybody come back to campus or to come back in general, because I remember Google was like, yeah, like we can have our people be remote. And then slowly, and Amazon too. Sorry, Amazon specifically, because I know somebody who works at Amazon and they're like, well, now they're saying we're going to have to go back. That date hasn't really been determined, but I don't know. I think we as a society, we as a workforce would be much happier if we were able to have that flexibility. As long as you're able to do your job, like it shouldn't matter. But that's me. Yeah, Microsoft too. Hey, Bishop. So anyway, yeah, so I'm in the kitchen. This is not this is definitely not a cooking with Noe video. I don't know, maybe someday I'll do those again. It's just honestly, like, I have been so daggone busy I mean, as the kids get older, like, they want more time. It's different the way you spend your time with your kids as they get older. And now they're at the age, they're all still really young. They're all still in elementary school. But I realize, like, the time that they want to spend with me and that they want to spend with us is not always going to be that time. So it's different when you're just seeing to their biological needs when they're really little, right? But now they have a lot more emotional needs and they need that reassurance and that special time. And so between all three of them and working and growing the studio, and Herschel and I trying to spend time together, it's busy. Yeah, we probably rely on takeout a lot more than what we'd like, but that's the reality of it. So, but Herschel did throw some chili in. I'm gonna prep the rest of the meat so it makes making dinner a little bit easier. So I'm just browning my ground beef.
Like a party in here.
What?
All these balloons she's got.
Oh, I know.
It's like a party.
Zeta's always had an obsession with balloons, what she used to call boonas when she was really little.
Mama.
What, Tootsie?
They are balloons for a party. It's for Zara's birthday in 18 days.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah, the spring, the start of the year is really busy because we have 2 birthdays in January, bless you. And then we have 2 birthdays in March. And then Zeta gets upset because her birthday's not until August. So she feels like she's missing out on something, even though she gets a birthday just like everyone else. Oh, that's cute. Huh? Sure. She's our little artist. One of our little artists.
Yeah, Zozo's
They actually all have really superb artistic talent.
They must get that from Nelly, because
which I'm not really, I don't know, maybe I don't give myself credit enough for my art skills. Oh, that's so cute. Look at this. Zozo just drew this. It's like a little lucky cat. Oh, and happy 2222 today. We're not having tacos, but we're having chili, and I gotta make cornbread, so I gotta get that here in the oven shortly. But yeah, I've been around. I'm still here, still moving and grooving. I just haven't had the time or really the energy to do videos. And I haven't done much driving other than just to and from and running errands. So is the drive from Tacoma to the school extremely long? My commute? No, my commute is like 12 minutes. So and
What
that's
was appealing about buying here was that we're close to everything. Like literally, we're halfway to every part.
we are. Yeah, we're like.
Don't give our.
No, I know. No, I was gonna say we're like 3 or 4 miles from so much stuff, and really in any direction. And that, like, I was just telling Herschel because we drove up to Seattle, which you guys maybe saw. I think he did a quick live stream and I hopped on, but which is kind of what inspired this. But yeah, so like I'm totally spoiled because like when we lived in Indianapolis, we initially when we first got together, Herschel had a house on the south side of Indy, and well, it's practically Martinsville. It was Canby, but it was like south side. Uh, and so he was super close to work. And then we decided that we didn't want to live on the south side anymore, and so we moved to the north side. Well, because of that, he ended up having like a 35 mile commute each way every single day. So he was driving a ton. And like I was used to driving because it's the Midwest. Everything's much more spread out. And so it really wasn't a thing to have to drive a while to get to where you wanted to go. And, you know, like I grew up outside of Indianapolis, in the rural county, and to get to school or to get to Indianapolis, it was like a 50-minute drive. So I was used to that. Then when we moved to New Mexico, we lived on the west side before we bought our house in Rio Rancho. But Zoe's daycare was all the way on like, gosh, I don't remember the road, but it was like all the way, almost in like the hills, the by the mountain, like Juan Tabo, wasn't it? Like out that way.
Should this cut off?
Yeah. Oh wait, how does it? What is that?
I don't know what the heck it is. It's the thing. Right?
Oh, it stands this way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's cool right there. That's fine. That's the stuff.
Yeah. So you just slice that off. Because it stands
Sarah,
on its feet.
Sarah, I forgot this one. And
Yeah.
this one.
Alright, cool.
Cool. So we were driving from the west side all the way over to the northeast side, and then back downtown. So we spent sometimes an hour and a half in the car. But we were all doing it together. So by the time we got home, we'd already been able to talk about our day. We had decompressed. And then, you know, we went on with family life. But now that we live here and everything's like within 3 to 4 miles, I'm spoiled. I'm so spoiled because of our location and distance to stuff. And so when it's like going up to Seattle, like realistically, it's like 30 to 35 miles, depending on where we're going in the city. But traffic-wise, it's a pain. Like, it's a real pain. And so it's not that far away, but the reality of it is it's far away. And the time and the traffic is really prohibitive of how often we go up to Seattle. So it wasn't too bad yesterday because it was a holiday, so the normal traffic wasn't really an issue. Yeah, and so, you know, on holidays, parking is free, so we didn't really have to worry about that. So we had a good time, but it's just the distance and the time that it takes is somewhat cost prohibitive. But like I was saying, like if something is 7 miles away, it seems like it takes forever. And I know somebody from our Discord recently moved here, and they were talking about like they didn't realize how densely packed things are. And I think because we've been here for so long, it doesn't really register with us. But yeah, it's really dense. And so you're going through a lot of, when you're just driving through cornfields, I guess it doesn't really seem like that much, but when you're passing so much stuff, it's like we should be there already. and you're not, you're like, ugh. Because there's a couple of places that are like roughly 7 miles away, and I'm like, that's gonna take a while, and it's gonna seem like a far away, but in reality, it's really not. But all this to say is that I'm spoiled because of location, which is why I don't think I could take on another big commute ever in my life. I just don't want to do it. My time is more important. Like I'm busier now, so my time is more precious. I can't just waste that time in
I'm thinking
traffic.
that belongs to a box, maybe? I don't know. Look at the back. I mean, it's rough. I know I gotta shape that, but it just seems.
I think I can do something with it. You'll smooth it out. I'll smooth it out, and it's cute.
It is cute. But
Ultimately, you could also just put something through there and hang it. You wouldn't even have to put a hole in it.
I like it like that.
Or you could hang it on a wall.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. So, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get cornbread in the oven because I'm too busy talking.
Boo.
Because I gotta watch the meat and watch the video. Let's see. Because chili does really go well with cornbread. 400. Oh, yeah, I can do it. So that's been going on. But yeah, like for me now, I'm still at the university, but our studio is downtown, and so it's easy for me to pop over and do what I need to do, and get back to work, or as soon as I get off work, it's easy for me to pop over and I'm literally right there, which is nice. Like, again, like when I was job searching and I was looking at some of the other community colleges and stuff like that, it's like, those are cool, like they're cool jobs or whatever, but I didn't really want the commute. Like even TCC, which is still within Tacoma, it's on the far west end, kind of, and it was too far away from me. I didn't want to. There were jobs at Green River, which is in Auburn, and I definitely did not want that commute. So, I don't know, you get used to things and you get adjusted to your way of life, and then trying to change that and add a commute and stuff throws a wrench in things. And so, yeah. So, yeah, I am, let's see. Do you think the studio will receive a ton of new traffic once the mandates are lifted? Honestly, I don't know that the mandates have really played too much of a hindrance to the studio. Folks do call and ask about, if we require masks and stuff like that. Hey, Travis, how's it going? Long time no see, but again, long time no stream. So yeah, maybe once the numbers really start to decrease, there will be more people that are comfortable coming out. But for the most part, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that the mandates really have been that much of a deterrent. And the location where we are and everything, like our studio is nice and open and has great circulation. So I think having a business like the studio really helped us survive through COVID and be successful on the other side of COVID, because people wanted fun, right? People wanted that outlet and the creativity, and it was stressful. It's like, okay, let's be real. The pandemic may be coming to may slowly be starting to fizzle, but life is still stressful. Like, we're going to feel the impacts of this for years to come, economically, emotionally, all of that stuff. Like, I'm interested to see how the pandemic and going through the pandemic will impact our youth. Like, will there be more people who want to go into medicine and not necessarily direct patient care, but like epidemiology or more people going into research and that kind of thing. I don't know, like my with our girls, like they were talking at Christmas time. They're like, well, it's been a rough year. It's been a rough 2 years. And it's like, for them, their whole world, I mean, for as an adult, our world came to a crashing halt, right? So it was stressful for all of us to have to adjust and like, oh no, I'm working from home now. I don't get to see my coworkers. But for a kid who's in elementary school, like the impacts of this are going to be felt for years and have shaped how this generation is going to grow up. And I don't know if that's in a good way or a bad way yet. Like, time will tell, right? And so I think we were very fortunate. We as a family were very fortunate, and we were not directly impacted by any COVID losses. And so, as sucky as it was to lose our moms in the same year within a span of like 4 months or so, that's cute. I am thankful that we went through that in 2019, because for so many families, they were not able to properly grieve. And whether or not they lost family members to COVID or not, that's not the issue. It's about like people who, the natural way of life, right? People die daily, but not being able to be there with family, not being able to properly memorialize and have a ceremony or have a burial or any of that. Like, I'm thankful that when we did go through it, we were not held back with travel restrictions and being able to see folks. And like, I'm thankful that, because my mom spent the last of her days in a memory care facility. My dad was there every single day. Had this happened during COVID times, he wouldn't have been able to see her, and like just the impact on him. And so it's just, I think about all these greater impacts, right? It's not just about us and how we fared individually, but it's about the greater impacts of society and how people had to adjust, and how one thing could really throw everything off. So yeah, I don't know, that I kind of went down a rabbit hole with that, but y'all know me. So let's see. Yeah, good thing you didn't have a restaurant, Bishop. Yes, I know. I'm thankful for that. And that was actually one of the plans that we had for a business idea. Still maybe in the future, I don't know. But I'm thankful that it was not a restaurant. I'm also thankful that we didn't have employees, because that was one less thing that we had to worry about, that somebody else may have been depending on us and our business for their survival. So in a way, I'm thankful that it was just the two of us. Well, the five of us, I guess, but really the two of us. So yeah, but I mean, creativity, people were looking for outlets, people with kids, people, dating during COVID, I can't imagine. I mean, I have younger coworkers who are friends and stuff who have been trying to date, and like, dating's hard now anyway, I can assume, but in the time of COVID, like, ooh. But we've been seeing more and more people coming for dates. We've had a couple of people who've come to the studio like on their first or second date. So I think, yes, as time goes on, yeah, like our studio will get busier. But I don't think that the mandates have really had much of an impact on us. Travis, have you guys ever been to the Hoh Rainforest? My girlfriend and I are planning our next big vacation there. Not yet. We have not been yet, but that has been on my agenda of things that I want to see for quite some time now. I gotta get something to train this into. Hang on one second. Oh, I didn't know I had an ice cream tub here. I could have been using that at the studio. If you guys go, be sure to vlog it. Yes, for sure. No, it's been on my agenda. So you guys know now that we went to Vegas in January, and it was a surprise for Herschel for his birthday, but it was also a family vacation too. And so that was the first vacation that we've ever taken as a family of 5. All of our other traveling up to that point had been because we needed to go and see family. And so it was always traveling back to the Midwest and the South. And like going to see family is fun and cool, and it's not like we didn't have fun or see cool things, but it's just different. We're on other people's time. We have to coordinate things and all of that. And it's, we fly into one city, but then have to drive to another city and states, right? And so it's sometimes not as relaxing as you would want a trip to be. And so we went to Vegas. When I booked it in November, which is when things we thought were kind of starting to die down. And then we got hit with the new variant. And I was concerned that it wasn't going to happen. I was concerned that we were going to have to cancel. Because you all know we were supposed to go to Hawaii in 2020 and that didn't happen. So I was really worried. We got the kids vaccinated in November. So it was really once they had their first dose, I'm like, okay, we're going to be ready to go. Like, let's do this. So that's why I booked it. And Vegas in January was really cheap. But we had an ultimate blast. Like, it's hard for me, Herschel will tell you, it's hard for me to relax. I don't always know how to relax. Like, I'm always on the go, always thinking like where I need to be next, that kind of thing. But I was actually able to relax. I only took pictures for my own, for our own documentation. Herschel did do videos and stuff along the way, but I removed email off my phone, all of that. And we relaxed, we had fun, we stayed up late. We did whatever we wanted to do. We got to see some really cool things and it was great. And so because of that, Herschel and I made a vow that we needed to ensure that we have more family time, more intentional family time. And so, every month we want to make sure that we do something, whether it's a quick overnight for a day or two someplace, or even if it's just a day trip someplace. So, which is why we chose to go up to Seattle, because we hadn't been to Seattle in quite some time, just to have fun. So went to Seattle yesterday. We got to see some of our favorite old stomping joints, and we showed the girls the old apartment where we used to live. We actually saw people out front that lived down the hall from us, and we were like, hey, do you remember us? And we were like, look at the girls now, look how big they are. So we got to see that. That was cool. We went to Golden Gardens, which was always one of our favorite spots in Seattle. We went to the International District, went to Uwajimaya. We went to the U District and got some miso. We didn't get to the market just because parking and everything. And we weren't sure what the train schedule looked like. So some other time we'll do the market. But you missed the Northwest so much. Yep, it's still here, still waiting on you. So yeah, it was a good time. So I think next month, I'm not really sure what the plans are. I don't think we've really made plans that far in advance. But we do know that we definitely want to take another actual vacation where it involves a plane. And we have some camping things. We want to go camping a couple of times this summer. So yeah, it's kind of fun to also have something to look forward to. Even if it's not going to be a big thing, having that intentional time set aside to know we're not going to get interrupted. John Jukes, hope you guys are doing great. We are. Thank you so much. So yeah, Travis, when are you guys coming out here? Okay, let's get the rest of this in the pan so I can focus on cornbread now. Okay, so I've got my pan. So I'm using Alber's cornmeal, which actually used to be, their mill used to be here in Tacoma. So it's still distributed out of Seattle. So it's distributed by Continental Mills now. But Alber's has, you can see on one of the buildings downtown, you can still see their ghost sign. And that's what we call them at UW. But the ghost signs are like the old faded signs on the side of the buildings that you can still kind of make out and see. So, but yeah, Alber's is one of them that you can see downtown. Did you know that?
What?
That Alber's, you know, the cornmeal, the mill, was here in Tacoma.
No, I didn't know that.
It's down by the waterfront, like down by the Glass Museum. Like you can see the building and it still says like Alber's Mill or whatever.
Oh wow.
But yeah, it's out of the Northwest.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep. You're welcome for that. In the planning stages, have the money set aside for plane tickets for the fam. My girlfriend is taking her real estate exam, so put things on hold for a bit, either this summer or next spring, most likely. Awesome. Oh, my focus went out of. You want a ginger beer from Rachel's and some Beecher's mac and cheese? Yes, Beecher's is amazing. Yeah, so we'll probably plan. Because we also promised the girls that we'd go to the Space Needle. Because we've never, I've been to the Space Needle before when I was here in 2007 for a conference, long before I knew Herschel. So I've been, not since it's been redone though, with like the glass floor and stuff, but the kids haven't been yet, and they really want to go, but also it's not cheap. And so we wanted to go like when they were could be able to see everything and not have to I can't see anything. So when they're big enough physically, but also big enough for their memories, so that it's, because we were talking yesterday about things. We're like, oh yeah, you've been to this place, but you just don't remember it. And so being able to make those memories as a family, legitimately. So we promised the girls we'd do the Space Needle sometime this year. Also, it's I want to go when the weather's great and it's nice and sunny and you have great visibility. So we'll do that, but we'll probably do an overnight or a couple of nights up in Seattle. And I figured that's when we can just be full on tourists and do the Space Needle and do the Pacific Science Center, because we still haven't been there. Do the market and just live life as a tourist. So that's something that we have to look forward to later this year too. Space Needle's great, not overrated at all. The City Pass is very much a value. Yeah, we've looked into the City Pass too, just to try to maximize the things that we want to see. So we may do that as well. I will say, it is really fun and great to be able to live in a city where you can be a tourist, and where there's a lot of things to do as a tourist. So I kind of like that. the cool thing is that I can make this, but there's really no time limit on the chili, so it's not like it's waiting. It's only getting better with time. Herschel makes some darn good chili, I will say that. But yeah, I am ready for springtime. I'm ready to try to find time to do a garden. We've talked about that. It's not going to be like it has been in the past. It's not that I fell out of love with it. It's just it takes time. And so my time is taken up with other things now. So, but I do still want to have a small garden. So, cup of flour, a cup of cornmeal. So this is a little bit like cooking with Noe, but quarter cup of sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder, how much did I say? A tablespoon. Some salt. Ooh, sorry. Gardens take a lot of love. Yes, they do. Great channel. Thank you, Pat. Gonna hop off. Have a good night. Bye, Travis. Thanks for joining. It was good to talk to you. Hey, Muriel. Hey, you caught our live stream yesterday. And would you believe that it snowed here today? Not anything that like stuck, but there were snowflakes falling out of the sky. That's so cute. Did you freehand that? No. But it's still really cute. Look at that little guy. Oh, looks like a little Shiba.
He's like he's a little puppy. I took a pillow with you.
Yes. Oh, and I also gotta say, I never thought I'd be that family that brings our dog on vacations with us. But guess what? We're that family who brings our dog on vacation with us. So yeah, the Quaddlemeister, Quincy, came with us to Vegas. And he went on the airplane, didn't you? Yes, you went on the, I'm going to have to wash my hands again. But yes, you went on the airplane and you sat under Mama's feet. And you stayed in a hotel. Yes, you were Quincy Vegas pup. You were Quincy Vegas pup, weren't you? You're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. He loved it. Oh my goodness. He did great. He didn't get sick like I thought he would. And he was great. He was walking we didn't take him to the Strip, but he walked Fremont Street several times. He quickly knew the lay of the land. He knew exactly how long it took to get outside. He had his favorite tree. It was just so funny, and everybody loved him. There were the Vegas showgirls. They're not really showgirls, but they're girls dressed up to look like showgirls for photo ops and to make that side hustle, right? They were stopping us to pet our dog. We should have charged. But no, he did great because he follows me. Wait, what just happened? Muriel, thank you so much. Aw, you're awesome. Thank you. What was I gonna say? You were loved. Yes. 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 Oh, so this little dog is attached to me. He follows me closer than my shadow. So I knew he'd have a really rough time if we left him behind. Now there may come a time, like when we go to Hawaii, like we can't bring the dog. Shh, don't tell him that. So we'll have to figure something out. But on trips where we can bring him, he's probably going to be trotting along with us. Aren't you? But like for sure, like when we went out to the Hoover Dam, everything online made it very clear that like do not bring your dogs. Like you'll be turned away if you have your dog. So we did not bring him then. But you know, he stayed chill in the hotel room. Like it was great. He did amazing. So yeah, so it was kind of fun to travel with a little guy, and he enjoyed it. He enjoyed knowing that he had his little family every night to sleep with, didn't you? Yes. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Okay, so where did I stop? I stopped with salt. So now I need milk and vegetable oil and an egg. Let me go get my vegetable oil. Hang on. A third cup of vegetable oil. Yep, perfect. And milk. Say that milk is no good. All right. Hello. Hey, Jean. How are you? Jean, you live out, is it Philly where you live now? Or do you live out, I feel like you live out east, right? You're doing okay. We have actually been thinking about wanting to take a trip out east. I don't know. Oh, you live in Philly. Yeah. We have been talking about potentially going to Philly and like an East Coast trip. Because Herschel's never been to Pennsylvania at all. I've been to Pittsburgh. I was there for a conference. So that's the only time I've been. But we've never been to Philly. And we thought it would be really cool to be able to do a trip out there. So I don't know if it's going to happen this year or maybe next year. But yeah, we would really like to do a trip out east, or what, as they say, back east, right? So yeah, oh yeah, we're excited. And like if we go there, like we'd want to do a trip into New York. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Nothing's been like solidified or anything at all, but it would be great to go out there and see that. And, you know, go up the rocky steps, obviously. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, let me get my baking dish. Sorry for the noise. And Muriel, we also want to get to Florida someday with the kids, because Herschel and I love the beaches in Florida. We went out to, when we were dating, we went out to Pensacola and Clearwater in that area. So eventually we want to make a trip out there. But I think our next big trip, our next vacation will be to Southern California. So be hitting up definitely LA and hopefully San Diego in that same trip and all the areas around LA. But it's funny because I told Herschel, I was like, okay, so when we go to LA, I'm like, you're going to want to move there, huh? Because it seems like every time we go someplace, he's like, ooh, I could see myself living here. But I don't know that I could do another big move. I don't know that I'd want to right now. Feel like we've got a good thing going on right now, and I don't know that I'd want to leave. If we did, it would only be on the West Coast, I think. I don't think I could go back east, right?
What?
I don't think we could go back east.
Nah.
Muriel gave us a super chat, babe.
Who did? Oh, thank you so much, Muriel.
Yeah. He said thank you. Okay, so I got my... Oh, I know why this doesn't seem like a lot, because normally I double the recipe, but, so we probably won't have any leftover cornbread, but that's okay. All right, so into the oven finally. Okay, Google, set a timer for 20 minutes, please.
Sure, 20 minutes. Starting now.
Okay, let me get this cleaned up, and then I can get back to you guys. Okay, and put my cornmeal back. Okay. Keep on browning my beef. I gotta add some salt to this.
So do you mind putting the chickens up? I worked out a whole squad on my own. I lost. I don't know where I was, but I got pretty far just by myself. Because the first two got killed, and so I was fighting by myself. I wiped out a whole crew, and I was killed her twice. Yeah.
Wait, where's Quincy? Come on, let's go let's get that.
Okay, so now I've got a good handle on that stuff. So looking forward to spring. Yes. Oh yeah, the art museum. Oh, Muriel, you live in South Florida. Okay. Thank you, Jean. Thank you so much. We'll keep you posted if we make it out to Philly, so you can give us some recommendations, and you can tell us who has the best cheesesteak and where we should get the best cheesesteak, because I love a good cheesesteak. South Florida. So I know Herschel would love to go to Miami. Miami would be cool too. So we'll see. All these places we want to get to. So many destinations, not enough vacation, right? But yeah, so that's been, that's kind of been life. Like I said, last year I just, I went through some things that I just lost my energy to really want to do videos. We'll do wishing you all the best. Thank you. But I can't say that I will be back doing regular videos all the time, because I never like to promise things that I can't keep as a promise. So I like to under promise, but potentially over deliver. You're going to Colombia? Ooh, when are you going there? I would love to go tropical. I'd love to go to Belize and go zip lining in Belize. Belize it or not. I cracked myself up. Oh, you're going in August, hopefully with spouse band in August. Oh, awesome. I love it. Do you have people you're visiting, or is it a special occasion? Isn't the Disney movie Encanto, isn't that based out of Colombia? Isn't that like a Colombian family? The girls love Encanto. And even though they don't talk about Bruno, they talk about Bruno a lot. They sing about him. Oh, you've been to Belize, Muriel? Yeah, I'd love to go to Belize. I worked with somebody who lived in Belize for a little bit, and his wife was, but he was saying, you know, like it is a spouse's band is. Oh, so your spouse's band. Oh, and it's called De Tierra Caliente. That's cool. That's super cool. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I love that the peeps on YouTube are like have such wide interests and come from different places, and I don't know, it's fascinating. I love it. Oh, the video's on YouTube. Okay, we'll have to check it out, Jean. So yeah, well, that will be super cool. Yeah, we have already made the plans. Awesome. Well, I'm sure that it's got a great beat to it. I'm sure me and the girls will probably dance to it too, as we do so a lot to random music. Yeah, Herschel and I, we made our tentative plans that for our 20th anniversary, we want to be in Tokyo. And that'll be just a trip for the two of us. And so, yeah, which is in 7 years. 7 years?
What?
No. This year will be 12 years. So 8 years. So 8 years we want to be spending Tokyo, or we want to be spending our anniversary in Tokyo. I know, right? Tokyo. Yes. Oh, Wei Guken! How's it going? Yes. And Zoe just told me she'll be 19 then, which means she'll get to take care of the house and watch over the other two. No! But yes, Tokyo. I won't want to sleep when we're there, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to want to go to sleep. There's going to be so much to see and so much to do that I don't want to miss out on anything. And all the cute things that I can buy, like, seriously, all the cute things. We went to Daiso. I go to Hello Kitty Land. I'm sure it is. I'll take pictures for you. Oh, your spouse is the flautist. Okay, we've got some Colombian music to check out. Oh, that's cute. That's okay. But yes, so 8 years for Tokyo. I know, right? I mean, it would be cool to try. I mean, we don't know what our situation will be like, but definitely we want to be able to go by ourselves. Whether or not we go again and take them, who knows what the future holds. But we're going to be there in 8 years. Just the two of us. No Quaddle either. Quaddle will have to stay behind with Zoe and the kids. Yes. We can't take you internationally. No, we can't. So Jean is going to Columbia. Her spouse is in a band.
Nice.
And they
Don't bring yourself, babe.
I know. They shared the name of the it's called De Tierra Caliente.
Oh, nice. You
So
have to check them out.
yes. Japan has the best candy, hands down. Yes, Weiguken. I agree. Oh my goodness. So,
How's Wei Gukin?
yeah, Weiguken's on here.
Black folks. I'm in there playing some.
I know.
Insane.
Well, they haven't seen me, so they're like, oh.
I know, they're like, ooh, gotta jump on this.
Might be another year before you see me again. Yeah, we just went to Daiso. Oh, you have 5 dogs? Oh my goodness. How do you keep them from not being jealous of one another? He's so jealous of the cats. Like, so jealous. Like, if you, you know, we talk for all of the animals, clearly. But if we use the voice, he gets so, like, antsy and, like, he just wants love and reassured. And, like, he never spent any time in a shelter or anything like that. He's never been abused. He's just very much a baby. Very much a baby. You're my baby boy, aren't you? Yes. You're my baby boy. Yes. You have 2 dogs and 3 cats. Well, we have the doggo. We have 2 cats. And we have a hamster.
Sea monkeys.
And then we have the chickens.
And sea monkeys.
Oh, yes. And sea monkeys.
Well, the sea monkey.
So, yeah, it's a full house. But this little guy, he is everything. I know. You got to give him equal love. You good boy. You good boy. Whenever I'm on a Zoom call, though, or a Zoom meeting when I'm working from home, this little guy has to be in my lap. And sometimes he wants to be on camera. He's like, show me off. Look how cute I am. Isn't that right? Are you a show off? No, you're very modest, huh? Oh, man. Well, I did it. We're almost at an hour. Yes, he does. Everybody tells us he looks like a Jack Russell. We don't know what he is. He's a little mixed breed. And his, so I got him from a friend of mine, and they have his brother. But his brother, they look nothing like them. Or they look nothing like each other. Like, his brother is like super furry, and I don't know, they just don't look anything alike. But yeah, he definitely looks like he's got Jack Russell in him, and he's a smart little guy. I guess I didn't really realize how smart he was until we took him to Vegas, and he just like caught on super quick to everything. Oh yeah, this is Miss Thing, Emerald. This is our newest addition. So we got her in like October, November. We got her from the animal shelter. My intention was that we were going in for a male kitten. And I came home with a 1-year-old female. She picked us. She put on the biggest show of playing and being cutesy and everything. And I actually think they told her she was a year old and 1 year, 1 month old. I think she had to have been younger than that, because she is still very much a little kitten. And she also, like, when we got her, she was 6 pounds. She was a tiny little thing. She now weighs more than the dog. But yes, we say the story is because when we lost, okay, let me wash my hands. and I don't know if we talked about it on YouTube or not, but last April we lost our kitty boy. He had been sick for a while, and he couldn't. He got better, but then he just continued to get sick. He was 14, so he lived a great long life, but we had to do the right thing, and we had to put him down. We took him to the Humane Society, and they euthanized him and stuff for us, and we had him cremated, so he's still with us. But that was his last place, and so we're like, well, his little spirit is still there, and like watches over all the other little animals there. And so when we came home with Emerald, it didn't really dawn on me until recently of like, oh my goodness, like that was Kitty Boy's last place where he took his last breath, and like his little spirit is there. And like the fact that we kept, because I was there several days a week, Herschel would call me and I'd like put him on camera. Look where I'm at. Look at this one. Isn't it cute? And so finally then I pulled the trigger and we came home with one. But again, like I was not looking for a female cat, and I wasn't looking for a tuxedo, and I wasn't looking for an older cat. But we joke and we're like, Kitty Boy sent her to us. Like, he's like, come on, put on a good show and frolic and play and be all cute, because I know this is what they like, and they'll take you home. And lo and behold, we have Emerald. And so it's kind of sweet to think that, like, well, maybe he did have a little paw in the process. But yeah, so we have her, and then our other little cat, Indy, and they actually get along really well. They play hard. Mm-hmm. But it sounds like a herd of buffalo in here when they're playing around. You have one that looks like that. Once you move, Tokyo will be your first vacation. Wei Gukin, are you still planning on moving to Korea? I know that COVID and everything put kind of a kink in those plans. But yeah, man, Korea is still very much on the list. Obviously for, my personal reasons and everything. But honestly, like, I'm more interested, like, for funsies in going to Japan. Because I know Korea will be, while we'll have fun and everything, I know it's going to be emotionally taxing. And so I know that there will be some heavy stuff and lots of emotions involved for me going to Korea for the first time. And that definitely would obviously be a family vacation. I don't know when that will be, but that's also in the future. But yeah, Tokyo is just going to be pure fun. And you'll be 17.
Ooh, 17.
You'll be here with Zoe and Zeta.
That's in 9 years. Right?
No, 8 years.
No, 8 years.
And Zeta and her balloon. Still planning to move. The English teaching program there and in Japan are being phased out, so teaching jobs are hard to come by. Oh. Were you looking into JET? I remember I applied to a Korean program to teach English in Korea. I have a little bitterness towards that. I have my opinions on things. I'm not going to get into that right now, but needless to say, I didn't get in. Good night, Jean. It was great talking to you and learning more about you. I'll definitely check out the band and let you know what I think. But we'll see you next time. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, teaching English. Yeah. So are they relying more on I wonder if, like, the global, like, pandemic and stuff, because people can do it virtually. I wonder if that's something that has changed that industry.
But you realize the dolphins have little blowholes.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know about that.
So, yeah. Japan will be fun.
Yeah.
All right, good people
Is this,
of the
should
interwebs.
this be back up?
No, I think that's old. I didn't want to try it. Jet got phased out. Everything is through the EPIC program now, but the average Korean woman has 0.81 children, so there isn't a need for as many teachers in general. Oh, yeah, like Japan and Korea both have population problems, right? Like population growth problems because people aren't procreating like they used to. Oh, that's fascinating. I mean, in my line of work in higher ed, like the numbers are obviously changing too because there was a decline in birth rates. So we're starting to now see that in the trends of there's not as many students coming out of the K through 12 system going into college because birth rates decreased. So now we're having to rely more strongly on transfer populations, transfer students, and adult learners and that kind of thing. So, yeah, I could see that. All right. Well, I think my cornbread's about to come out. Our chili.
Cornbread's about to come out.
Thanks a lot.
The chili.
Our chili is just about done. Oh yeah, this is done.
Cornbread?
Yes, it's hot.
Don't touch. Yeah.
Okay, Google, thank you. Oh, see, magic. The timer went off at the right time. And comes out clean. We got cornbread, folks.
Yeah!
This is pretty much all she'll eat right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She won't eat
Did you
chili.
take your allergy?
All right.
No.
So, good people of the interwebs, it has been a pleasure to spend the last hour with you all. Thank you for your support. Thanks for tuning in to see me. Like, that makes me feel good. I will try not to let it go so long before I see you again on a live stream. Maybe I'll do a live stream when I'm at the studio doing glaze work or something. But anyway, hope you all have a fantastic night. And we'll see you later. Bye, y'all.